Good evening, Mr. Bhomik, Govinda Bhomik. Good evening, and I would like you to just explain to us your story of your arrival in Canada and the difference you have made to the people living here in Quebec, Canada. Can you explain first about yourself, your name, and from where you arrived? And
Okay. Well, it's the last moment that you are taking my interview in Montreal, and the first time you are. My name is Govindo Bhaumik. People call me also Gobi. I came to Montreal not Montreal. First, I came to Toronto from Europe in 1967. After staying there in Toronto during the Expo time 1967, I arrived in Montreal with my friends and then started my life. Actually, do not talk about discrimination. Discrimination is everywhere, every family. I do not take as a main point of discrimination. It is you, it is you have to prove what you are, what you can keep, what you can take. Now, coming in, let's talk about in Canada, Montreal. Montreal is very good that time in comparison with Toronto. But you know, you were Quebec resident, it all went down after 1976 when the PQ government came. But anyway, that has nothing to do with our life. We are, we, even you are Canadian. The Canadian means your ID with the government or necessary place. But by looking at you, nobody will tell you as a Canadian. You are Indian origin. That's it. I was born British subject. Then after India got independence, I became Indian. Now I came to Canada, I'm a Canadian. So there is nothing background, individual what you are and what you can give to the community. Now, your question should be brief and I will tell you. Do you want to know how I came to Canada?
I would like to know your journey. Like you left India, you went abroad to study, you took some courses, and then later on you arrived in Canada, and then you started a newspaper called Pragati. So how did you get that formation, and how did you get that idea of
Oh,
starting a newspaper? That shows enterprise, your enterprising spirit. You were in the media, so explain something about that story, because people need to know that you set the stage for media in Canada by an Indian.
well, now let's talk about that. My background is I worked in India, Indian government in public relations and publicity office. There I have learned all sort, all departments that media should know, that all, even including photography. Now, while I was doing government job, After 4 or 5 years, I see a trained Indians are going out of India. I said, why they are going out of India? Everybody going to Europe. I said, I will go too.
And that was when?
That was 1958.
Wow.
58, having worked in the office 1 year, and this started. My job is permanent job, and I could be an officer, but my friends are going, they have done job, they're going outside, so they have gone. We had some kind of, emotionally we can say, going to abroad, going to Europe, that was the fun in India. Whoever can go to out of India, Europe, America, they're lucky, they're fortunate. And everybody went. All my friends, everybody was leaving. I said, why not I? So I contacted one best my friend. He said, my brother is already gone in England. Yeah? Said, let's go. Then we started. But, lots of trouble to come out of India. That time, you have to have a guarantor, passport, all kinds of things. Anyway, to short it, that all went through procedure, all went through, and then I had my passport, and then started how to get out of India. England was not giving that time, it was very hard to get the immigration or entry visa. Germany was offering. So as a practicant, as a student, I got the chance, so I came out of India in Germany.
That's nice.
In 1962,
Wow.
from Calcutta to Cochin and then by boat via Italy. So we visited Italy. Excuse me.
When you said we visited, you and who else was included?
Another friend. We.
From Calcutta. You were born in
Yeah,
Calcutta.
we mean not family member, my friend.
From Calcutta?
Yes. And then we visited on the way Egypt, and we visited the pyramid, Sphinx, all these Jewish synagogue, all we have visited. From there we came to Italy. Italy, we from Sicily, Napoli, Pompeii, Genoa, Milan. From there,
So you traveled intensively at that time.
yes. And from there, by train, Milan to Germany, through France, Switzerland, and Germany, Strasbourg, arrived in Germany. In Germany, I stayed there. I make it short, it's nothing to do with this report, that Germany is an entry to Europe, but I didn't want to stay there. I learned a language going to school. I speak German now, and before going to university for engineering school, Germany, 1966, October, had a big crash. They were not giving any permission to stay or to work. So they have to go back to their own home. So anyway, and my friend said, in England, my friend said, let's go to Canada. Canada? Okay, let's go to, we went to consulate office. We two friends, we went there. They saw my paper, immediately said, bring your all other papers next week. I went there, they checked my old paper, my background, all education and experience. They said, sir, don't waste your time here in Germany. When they are giving trouble, you go to Canada, in my country, in Cologne, consulate in Cologne. Well, they gave me in 1 hour and 40 minutes time for my train. They took my interview, paper checking, and medical exam. Everything is complete, 1.5 hours. And I left. After that, they said, your visa is approved, you can go to Canada. They gave me, thank you. But I was hesitating to come to Canada. I was planning to go to England. My lot of friends are in England, in London, in Birmingham, anywhere. What happened? My friend, another friend from Germany, he came to Montreal. Another friend in Toronto. So everybody there, so I will go. That's fun. And I came out of India, sabbatical leave, 5 years leave,
Oh my goodness.
study leave. I could go back and I could get my job. But anyway, then comes my life in Canada now. Canada, first I came to Montreal, I got a job right away. Now, to go to Expo. The Expo, I show you the Expo. This is the Expo passport.
Wow. Very nice.
And this is,
So what were you doing at the expo? I won't take exact details, but I took a gist, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, you
So
asked
what
me.
were you doing
This
in...
is, this Expo, everybody is visiting the pavilion. There was a whole pavilion country. I have visited here, Japan, China, all have visited here.
Oh, you had to stamp.
Yes, this,
Each pavilion was stamping.
there's a pavilion, the Quebec.
Okay, so each pavilion that you
Pavilion, the
you,
Quebec, and this is,
you visited, they
Expo.
stamped it.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
okay. That's interesting.
German. They have to stamp, that's the passport visa.
Wow.
Okay, now that is, and there was a program, Expo 6, take this picture. I'll send her.
The other way. Turn it around. Turn it. Yeah, and the other page, please. So that was the expo.
There's a map of Ireland
Ah, yeah.
where Expo took.
Very nice. So were you working at the expo? Or you were a visitor?
Yeah, as a visitor.
As a
And there's a passport to go anytime.
Yeah, okay.
That people-
And this expo lasted for how long?
It started before I come to Canada.
For many years, was it, or many months?
No, in Montreal, as far as I remember, it started April, May, June, July, August, April. But ended in September, last week, second week of September, I remember, it is how many years, more than 57 years, I can remember now.
Yeah, because you had good
Uh,
time. So when
Yeah,
you're
oh yeah, good time is work in the office and then 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock go there. And the weekend always there.
very nice,
And many friendships,
very
international friendships I had.
wonderful. And at that time, were there Indians in Quebec?
Indian in Quebec, very few, very few. The
Most of them were
days
professionals.
I remember,
Were they?
I remember the Indian restaurant was in Indian Pavilion. There was a restaurant, and there the cook, Mr. Chitra, he is retired. He worked for Bombay Palace, now he's retired. Then one restaurant was Maharaja in downtown Maharaja. There I used to go, very expensive that time. The Mr. Trudeau, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, the late president, no, you see that prime minister who
Who visited the restaurant?
who used to come in that restaurant, and I met him there. And there was a man, G.D. Billa, used to be an astrologer. That is my whole experience.
So could you let us know now, how did you start this newspaper, Pragati?
Okay. Very good question, step by step. Because you see, I came here 67 and I didn't see any media, any newspaper, nothing. How to communicate? That was inside me. I was not talking with anybody. Now, in 1985, I was laid off and looking for a job. Within 1 or 2 months, I came to know I will not get a job because I'm 30 years over. So let me do business. I had an office on Sherbrooke and Grand. I took the office, import, export and media. This newspaper I started there. As I told you before, the newspaper, how to prepare the newspaper background, all sort, layout, designing, everything I have experience. So I did it.
Where did you learn that?
In India, I told you, in the beginning, India.
You learned that in India?
There I learned, including photography. Okay. Now I started, first time I needed sponsor. I went to the sponsor people, the business people. They don't know, well, what? They don't know what is media. How do I show them? Okay, then I said, from my money I will make a sample first issue and then they will know what is media. And Pragati started. You can say why you gave the name Pragati, why not like Indian Herald or something.
Why did you name your newspaper Pragati? And
Yeah.
how many years did Pragati function?
More than 30 years. 1985 I started and I had to close down because of my health 2016 in April. So you can...
You had a beautiful newspaper. It used to tell us the news, what was going on, and tell us, about people, the Indian
Yeah,
people in
the,
Quebec.
the paper design, layout, I change from time to time, and because all the column writer we had there, you remember that, the women's column, seniors column, youth column, real estate.
Mr. Bomik, I must say, I must congratulate you as an outstanding Indian in Quebec who made a difference to the community and to the life of people here in Quebec. So, congratulations for a wonderful job
Thank you.
and for your newspaper and for uplifting Indians. So that's what it is. You have uplifted so many people, and that is why I'm making this video so that the world should know, what Mr. Bomik did for the Indian community here in Canada.
One thing is this, because of the media, I had access to every places like any government, Canadian, Quebec, Montreal, City Hall, or Indian High Commission, everywhere I had access. Even there was a film festival, World Film Festival. I used to go there too, but they have also closed. I closed 16th, 17th, 18th World Film Festival. They have closed. Now people are going in Toronto International Film Festival, TIFF. Yeah, but here in Montreal, Mr. T.K. Raghunathan Kovil Cultural, they are also continuing South Asian Film Festival. Well, actually, as I told you, that before I started this Pragati, I wanted to be exporter, importer, I told you. I have experience in so I made a world trip 1969. 1969 from here to Toronto, from Toronto to Los Angeles to San Francisco, from there to Hawaii to Tokyo, Osaka, Taipei, Hong Kong, Thailand, India, and then again Greece.
Very
Yeah.
good. Excellent. So I hope your import export business was good for you and it functioned well. So the other thing is I would like to know, why are you leaving Quebec?
Okay.
Because it's such a loss.
That is the last question.
La-
That is the last question. That your question, keep it. Let me finish.
Okay, and then whatever you want to say, I would like I'll leave it open.
I wanted that somebody should start media, but nobody is starting. I had a media, and there are 3-4 Indian started. The market was bad for them, and I stopped them. They stopped there also. But I was watching who is going to come out that will start in media. Actually, my daughter and me wanted to start again media, and she developed one ladies magazine, and I wanted you also participate, but unfortunately, I have to leave.
It is a loss for Quebec to see an outstanding Indian and his family leave Quebec. And could you let us know where you are going? And okay, I will let you say it.
No, because my daughter is not married. she has to settle, and Ontario, she has more opportunity. In Quebec, there is no opportunity for her. She has, actually, she has opportunity there, and she has to move there because she was going back and forth, back and forth. Now, she has finally decided to move there, and I'm alone. I'm alone. So she wants to take me with her.
You have a very loving daughter, a very intelligent and hardworking daughter, and may God bless both of you. So thank you, Mr. Bomik. Thank you, and we really appreciate what you have done for the Indian community. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you, everybody. By the way, one I did not mention, and you forgot to ask me. When all the Indian community getting old, we are getting old. In 2014, my son inspired me to make an association for the older people, senior people. So accordingly, a seniors foundation I created as a founder.
So that is what I want to say. You
And-
are inspirational. You have opened.
Yes.
You opened
and
an association.
That association had lot of, in the beginning, problem for me to find out somebody to get in the team to work. I cannot work alone, so I need the people. And the government, 3 to 5 people, you needed the government, one association, foundation to be registered. However, I was successful to launch that one. And first anniversary, 2015, on Court St. Luc City Hall, we celebrated first anniversary, and that was a publicity that Anthony House father came, MP, Mr. Sinclair came, that, and now it is almost 10 years.
Congratulations and all the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you.